Alliance member, who identifies himself only as J, is speaking to Sheran regarding the storm and the state of affairs, particularly in American politics now, in 2021. His identifying himself this way has nothing to do with the dead Kennedys, or the US quantum computer which is named Q. Follow this information in order to get whatever background can be divulged to the public. Understand that the Alliance is a secret organization that has to stay hidden for the sake of its safety. They could be anybody, even Democrats, but they are in positions that are influential and can change this whole thing for us. We've been calling this a war between the Democrats and the Republicans, but it's really a war between the deep state and the Alliance. It's disguised as political, and played out on that forum, but it goes far deeper than that. Jay estimates there to be about 500,000 Alliance members globally. This does not include military forces, only those members in the militaries that can command these forces. My feeling is I know of a number of American Alliance members, and perhaps 1 or 2 Canadians. I am sure that ex-Minister of Defense, Paul Hellyer is an Alliance member. This 97-year-old is still on the circuit, lecturing about the deep state and the existence of aliens and how they're working with governments. He has many books on offer, and I'll be reading 1 or 2 to see what he knows. Me, hello, Jay, thank you for coming through. I want to point out to people that when I asked to speak to a member of the Alliance, all I got was a letter J. This doesn't mean a thing. It could be a Sally, a Sherman, or a Bertrand. They're just using the letter J to represent themselves. This doesn't mean John F. Kennedy or Kennedy Jr. It's just something that I can call him by. I also see him as male, looks like an earthling but I doubt it because he's telepathic, and he has short black hair. Not Mike Pence, as far as I can tell. So, Jay. I'm going to be quite frank with you. What is happening right now is very hard on the American people, never mind others around the world. These people are literally putting their lives in the hands of Trump, and their children's lives, and you can tell so many are loyal to him, and they love him. You can really tell that. I want to say that this is what's at stake here, among other things, and if you're an ET as I suspect you are, you'll understand the importance of people who trust, are loyal and who love others a lot better than anyone on earth can. Jay, I respect that. I do understand. Me, good. Then I'll assume you'll be answering these questions with that understanding in mind. Jay, I will. I sense he's smiling. Me, do you work in or anywhere near the White House? Jay, I do. I am associated with the American political system. Me, okay. What I need to ask you is the history of the Alliance. When did it begin to form? Jay, the Alliance is an organization older than most of you. We haven't called ourselves the Alliance. We didn't really give ourselves a name. In the beginning it was a small group of concerned politicians, many of whom have passed on now, who were aware of the activities at Area 51 and abroad, who were aware of the concerning exopolitical situation with negative ETS. Do you think that at that time, all politicians who were aware of this were on board with the situation? Don't you think that some started to raise their eyebrows at what was occurring? Well, then, this was the beginning of the Alliance. All it took was for one person to voice their concerns, and this happened. More and more stepped up and came to the aid of others within the group to bring in new members who would not be compromised. We were the people who understood the importance of the freedom and liberty of Americans, and we understood our Constitution. The Alliance began small, around 1929. Me, that early, even. Jay, oh, absolutely. We have stood against the deep state, however, at that time, we were a small group who had to remain quiet, otherwise be murdered. We watched as the deep state and the nefarious dark ETS overtook this world. They had always been here, we were told, however they were not interfering that much until recently. They gave us technologies such as the telephone, television, and so forth, in order to spread their control over us much more successfully. The alliance is comprised of some members of Earth, and others who are members of the space nations. The Venusians figure very strongly within our group. And we have had contact with Valiant Thor. I understand you are aware of his story? Me, I am. J. As the years went by, we worked to further our cause. We understood that there would be a takeover attempt of the greatest nations of this planet, and we have worked within all governments to stop it. Me, that's what happened to the USSR? J. For example. It was dismantled. And the United States is the group now on the chopping block. As you know. Me, why has it gone on this far? Why couldn't someone get into the presidency in order to stop it? J. It has to do with what the people believe. And it has to do with what they are manipulated into believing. There was no way for any of us to stop this because we didn't have the means at the time. Me, now you do? And by the way, why is Trump now only finding out who's loyal to him and who isn't? You mean he's had Pence by his side for 4 years and never suspected him? J. Do you think he hasn't? Mr. Trump is very good at playing a role. He's done it so well, even the deep state hasn't suspected he knew. Me, they'd have to be pretty stupid. J. No comment. They're trying to overthrow another global/galactic organization, the Alliance. Me, yeah, I guess that's pretty dumb. J. Do you think we don't have backup in the name of Ashtar Sheran, who you also speak to? The Venusians. The Martians. Mercurians. Pleiadians. Agarthans. And the other galactic states which are backing up this entire overthrow of the deep state? Me, okay, that makes sense. The other thing I want to say is to protest the way this is being carried out. These people are hurting. This is not a nice thing to happen to all of us. J. Yes, but then your minds have to be changed. Me, mine is changing. I'm beginning to think Trump isn't so nice. J. Well, it's part of the pain that gets the gain, as we say. Bear with us. Me, I really want to believe in this. J. Part of the problem, Sheran, is that it all seems to be resting on 2 or 3 key figures, while the rest of us remain silent. But believe me, there are far more involved than just the president, and we back him up. Me, does he have military backup? J. Yes, he does. Me, I hate war, but if it has to be. J. We're trying to avoid that. Just don't be so focused on one person, the POTUS. There are many of us, you won't recognize us, you won't even suspect we're in on it. Me, X, a politician, was one. I don't know what he's doing now, but he was one of them. J. People like you are dangerous. LOL. Me, LOL. Should I remove his name? J. Please. Don't reveal alliance members until they reveal themselves, please. Me, what about the fact that Trump is a Jesuit? He's still Illuminati, but not of the faction that's trying to take the states down. J. He is. He is trying to restore the Constitution and he's done a good job. He's trying to get money to the people of the land, however, there are deep state players in his way every step. He has a lot of opposition, right now, Sheran. It's always been that way. But the tides will turn. Me, when? J. Soon. This year will have a good turnaround for everyone. You'll see them being arrested, tried, and then hanged for treason. We have to show all of you, because it's your belief system that needs to be changed. When you believe that Earth is safer and you can breathe easier, we can take this to the next level. Me, okay. J. Thank you, and we'll speak again. I'm sure I'll have more questions for you. J. I'm happy to help, Sheran. Just please call for me. Continued. Does the alliance include spies? J. Yes. Espionage. Information seeking, computer hacking, arm bending when we need to. Me, Like, the same way the men in black do? Taking a person and breaking their knuckles in order to get info from them? J. Yes, we have resorted to that. Me, there was a politician the deep state was after named X. Was she one of you? J. Possibly. Please don't identify us. She's still alive. Me, yes, by the seat of her pants, too. She must have backed down when she got their message. J. We don't always. If we back down, then there's nobody to help Americans and the world. Me, true. Do you approach insiders and get them to talk? J. Do insiders talk to us? Yes, they do. We have agents who go around. We can offer them protection as well. There are many insiders now who've come forward with reassurance from us. Me, how do you compare to the resistance? J. Similar movements, however we're more government-based. The resistance is more of an underground network, but they also work with the Pleiadians. Me, are there any more organizations like this? J. Smiling, yes. Me, working for the good. J. Yes. Me, I feel better. What is your technology level like? J. Extraterrestrial technology. Quantum level. Me, do you jump back and forth in time? J. I can. Many of us can as well. Earthlings aren't as good at it, but even some of them can. Me, does the Alliance manipulate the public like the deep state does? J. We try not to, but we have revealed information that was necessary to change public opinion. Me, do you own any part of the media? J. Some small outlets globally. Me, is that going to get bigger? J. It would have to cover the Earth's truth, wouldn't it? You're about to start a station as well, an important one. Me, I know. By the way, I don't appreciate flattery. I know it's important. J. I wasn't flattering you. You're beyond that. Me, I am. I wonder what some of the espionage was like. J. We have to counter some of the attempts of organizations like the CIA to harm, murder, extort, etc. So we have had to kill CIA agents and take those they're protecting away from them. Me, how active have you been in Earth's recent history? J. A lot since the 50s. We've neutralized a lot of nuclear technology. Right now Earth is in a position to reveal all of this nefarious truth. We've been busy at neutralizing any efforts the deep state has made to make you pay for what we've done. Of course the people are always held accountable in this silent war. We're the ones who fixed the virus so that it wasn't as deadly as it was intended to be. We needed people to stick with Donald Trump. Having a lethal virus released on his watch would be catastrophic for our campaign to free Earth. We always have to stay one step ahead of them. Me, thank you J. I'll have more questions, I'm sure. J. I'm happy to be here.